Well, I'll suggest because they get to keep their name. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
I'll never see the sponges in my kitchen the same way again. I'll always be remembering the biggest sponge heads.
You know, this I work quite a bit with the invertebrate collection manager at the Bishop Museum, the Bernice Polly Bishop Museum in Honolulu. And because we've deposited a lot of materials, and her name is Holly Bolick. And when she found out that we were leaving the islands after I retired, she came over and she actually had ordered and bought me a Venus flytrap sponge that had been dried, I guess. It was that Euplectella.
Oh, wow.
And had it in a frame and everything else, and it was
cool.
really wonderful. I've got that with me, and
that's great.
So she also knew I was kind of a sponge guy.
So we have another comment here from one of our viewers. Chris, your enthusiasm inspires and excites us all. Your leadership and in parentheses, and sense of humor is much appreciated.
Well, thank you very much. It's very kind of you guys. We've really enjoyed it, and you guys have really, really tough questions for us. And you know, and I'm not going to resent that, but boy, those are tough ones you guys are posing. So it's well done. We really appreciate the quality of the questions we've been getting from all of you. Sponge crew rocks. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Man, that covers it all, doesn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
So, Chris, are you going to be in that 2022 expedition?
I think so. We'll see what happens. Again, I'm kind of like Aaron, where I'm sort of, what do you call it, serial?
A serial thinker?
Serial thinker. You know, I don't even think about future expeditions. I think about the one that I'm on right now and how to make it as successful as possible. And I get through that first, get that in the bank, and then I start thinking about other stuff. So,
good advice.
Connor is asking, so do sponges get affected by viruses?
Probably. See, Connor, you just keep asking these hard questions. It's great. You know what? This is a good question for Dr. Orcutt, because she's the microbiologist. I have no clue what's known about viruses in the deep sea. I really don't. And she might. If anyone would, she would. So it's a really, really good question. And not just sponges, but other animals down here as well. Are there virus infections? I would assume there are.
Yeah,
but
I would think so.
I don't know.
Viruses are everywhere.
So a work of fiction that you love or that helped inspire you to explore the natural world.
Edward O. Wilson's Biophilia. That did it for me.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. Anything by Edward O. Wilson's amazing, but that one in particular just set off, I don't know, fireworks.
Well, I'm trying to think, yeah, I'll tell you why I became a biologist, because I started out as a mathematician, and I was doing quite well until I got into probability theory in college, and I went down in flames. And at the exact same time, I had this really wonderful biology teacher in college who really inspired me. And he was into ecology, and I was out in the middle of Ohio doing these quadrats around trees and everything else. And I just decided, I really like this, and I really don't like probability theory. And so I jumped ship. And And then I'm not sure it was a book that inspired me to get into the field. Then I wound up in the Peace Corps and that's where I met my wife. We were both in training for the Peace Corps, and we wound up in the same small village in West Africa for 2 years. And I guess the way we looked at it is if we could survive and stay together in rather harsh conditions for 2 years, then we're probably good to go for long term. So
it's proven itself to be true, obviously.
Yeah.
You, Kanala? Any books?
What is that?
Any books that have inspired you to pursue your career here, or your trajectory?
Any books? I think also mentorship, like people that have inspired me. Yeah, I don't know necessarily a book. That's an interesting question. Yeah.
I would also say Red Fox and His Canoe was.
I read Lady with a Spear, and I think that was Sylvia Earle. And I actually met her son, of all things, down in this funny little expedition I had down in the Yucatan Peninsula, which it was part of an organization called CDAM International, where we went down there. I was working to spear fish for somebody with the Milwaukee Museum, but also we were looking for shipwrecks off of the coast of the Yucatan, and that was, again, a very wonderful early experience. We were scuba diving all day long and living in tents on this unpopulated island in the middle of the Bahia de Ascension, as I remember. That was inspiring. That was wonderful. So I guess it's more experiences that I've had that really inspired me to keep with this field rather than one book. But I did love Lady with a Spear.
She's an incredible woman.
Yeah.
We took her up to Midway once. We had her and the artist Wyland and Susan Middleton up on Midway. And I remember this so clearly because, you know, Sylvia, she's kind of a smaller woman, but she's just got the most amazing energy. And we got up there to Midway, and we still had our gear from coming off the plane, and we were walking across part of the beach, and I turned to her and I offered to help carry her luggage. And she's just like, no, I'm good. And there she was, just like walking across the beach in the airport with her luggage and just rocking. And we had a long day getting up there. And that night, the Thai band played in the little bowling alley they had up there, and she was dancing till late in the night. I mean, I was just shocked. I was exhausted. I like flatlined at like 9 o'clock, and she's just a incredible passion for life. Amazing person.
Is this it?
Yep, that's it. It's I'm sorry, it wasn't Sylvia Earle who wrote it. It was Eugenie Clark. Oh. And it was her son that I met on that particular. But I've also met Sylvia Earle as well.
Yeah.
This is on one of the Hurl submersible cruises. She actually went down in the submersible with us.
Oh, cool.
Dive. It was very cool.
Oh.
But it's a good one. I'm trying to think of what other ones I might have. Of course, Jules Verne. Absolutely love Jules Verne and Mysterious Island and all of that. And at least part of it involved a submarine going into a cave and lagoon and things.
And of course, Jacques Cousteau.
Jacques Cousteau.
I gotta tell you, I mean, I can't say it enough. Those series when I was a kid watching that, I was riveted. I was riveted to that screen.
Yeah.
And
same here. I watched all the Jacques Cousteau series, and also Lloyd Bridges. Remember with the Sea Hunt?
Yeah.
These are all inspirational.
Old Wild Kingdom, Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
Yeah,
those kind of goofy. I mean, it just those things definitely inspired me. So, what is the story with the?
That was requested by the scientists to have a current indicator.
Jeez, I'm looking at Andy now, and then I'm looking at this.
I mean,
I mean, I see the resemblance.
We tend to
Chris.
not try to do these kinds of things unless it's specifically requested by science, so
Wow.
it was, and here we are.
So who in science?
I don't know that they wanted me to discuss that, but I can tell you
Oh
offline.
my.
Nice.
Is that like a pick for it?
But, you know,
how do you measure it? How do
Well, you can see it's got arms and hair in all dimensions, right? So if you're going forward and aft, clearly the front, the left hand there wouldn't show you much in far as forward-aft current, but the vertical hand would. You get kinda,
Does it have a name?
you'd have to ask it.
We can give it a name.
It's kind of scary.
It is a little creepy.
What is it made of? What are the components of this?
There's a lot of components, but the important part is the flow indicator, which is the main scientific part of that, and that's made of hemp line.
Ah.
Okay, hemp line. How about the head?
The head is, well, I don't know if we can discuss that.
Got a bunch of screenshots.
It's just...
That's electrical tape or something?
There might be some holding them together.
There's many
There's some
different ways to
artists
do
on
science.
the ROV team.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely, yeah.
Sculptors.
Yeah, we're also noting like how happy he looks from the one view and how terrifying from the other view.
Uh-huh.
Well, the head used to be red, apparently, and I think that the way it was painted before was considered too scary for deployment, so it had to be modified before this dive.
Looks like Chucky's sister.
Only from that angle, though. Give us the happy angle again.
So that's the terrifying angle right now on the lower screen here, right?
Yeah, that's like axe murderer angle.
I would agree. It looks like it's got a knife in its hands.
Oh, he's waving hi to his friends.
Go after the ROV.
Huh.
I got a squid on screen.
Bubble squid.
Oh yeah.
Or is our oceanic white-tip friend gonna greet us upon?
Possibly. So what does it mean, pilot? What does it mean when you talk about bubbles up front? I meant to ask that earlier and I forgot.
We have a camera on the front that swiggles around all over the place and does a whole bunch of gives us a bunch of other views, and we call that bubble cam. The history of that I am not totally clear on, but it is called bubble. It is useful for looking for bubbles for methane seeps and stuff like that, but that's not why it got its name, I don't think. But anyway, that's what we mean when we say bubble cam.
Ah, okay.
Also called brow cam.
Brow cam, okay.
You can actually see it in this camera. Do you see the little frame action? Pretty much dead center right now.
Yeah, I see it.
That's the bubble cam. Video, can you zoom, please?
Ah, okay.
Hold on. There you can see. Wow, hold on. Turn this light off. Oh no.
So where is the actual camera?
Can you zoom out a little bit? Just a little bit out.
Okay,
Here you go. See the word
housing.
bubble guard?
Yeah.
That is the label of that little framework that protects bubble from heads or from the manip or whatever.
So where exactly is the camera? Is it further up in the? Is it big or is it small? Or
I mean, we're looking at it. What do you mean?
The whole thing. So there's a dome, of course, and it's sort of a protective.
Yeah,
plane.
and the titanium housing goes up from there.
And then what's the white?
The white is a reflection of the light.
Oh,
that is.
I
the
got
dome.
you. Okay, I had a weird visual there.
You can actually see see the little orange section.
Yes.
That is a little reflection of the hoses on the Magnum arm, the port arm.
Okay, I got it now. Thank you. Yeah, I was a little confused initially.
Okay, you can come wide. Thanks.
So another viewer suggested 2 books, Intelligence in Nature, An Inquiry into Knowledge.
Okay, terrific.
And then the second one, The Cosmic Serpent, DNA and Origins of Knowledge.
Where is it?
Oh, it's right here.
Just show me where it is. The Cosmic Serpent. That is pretty interesting. Wow. Yeah. I'm afraid I hadn't heard of that book before, but that's really, really a clever title. Yeah. Given that the fact that DNA kind of looks like a serpent, I suppose. I guess that's what the analogy is.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And Jason says, Trevor is an oceanographer in the making. Impressive capability to learn quickly.
Oh, I can't be an oceanographer.
You're an excellent mentor too.
Yeah, he learned pretty quickly how to differentiate bubblegum coral from corallias. He only missed like 2-3 times before he got it.
Was that a stab at him or a compliment?
Well, the fact that this is probably my 10th cruise on here identifying bubblegum coral, maybe we can adjust the understanding of how fast I actually learn.
But your enthusiasm and concentration is also impressive.
Well, his skill, everybody's skill up here is just amazing. The front row.
And Erin with her laser eyes too.
Yeah.
Catching those fish. Or a starfish.
Okay, 127 meters. We're about at the point where we should probably sign off and let the team do what they need to do to get this on the surface.
Chris, when you get downstairs, will you just let Mark know we're at 120 meters?
I will do that. So thank you all very much for listening. Thank you for all the kind comments and the extremely difficult questions you were posing. We'll take it. And hopefully you will stay tuned and watch the next dive at 8 p.m. tonight, Hawaii Standard Time. So I'm going to sign off for now.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
So thank you to all of our viewers out there following us on nautiluslive.org and our YouTube channel. Also Twitter and Instagram. As always, we love to hear from you, your comments, your questions, and we'll see you back tonight around 8.
Sorry. 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 Why am I going that way still?
Why are you going that way?
Why am I going that way?
You shouldn't be going that way.
I shouldn't go that way.
Trevor, stop going that way.
Erin, we've talked about this. I shouldn't be going that way.
Trevor, my current is pushing you the other way.
Why don't I go this way?
That's a better way to go.
I'll go that way then. What kind of idiot would go that way?
Now you're just like developing problems, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of like the normal freak out, you're
going too smoothly.
Yeah,
so
you give it a reason. We'll call this the 90-meter freak out.
Yeah.
I didn't look.
We are. I don't know if you are, but.
They can't break up 4 to 8.
4 to 8.
Yeah, I didn't check. I kind of assumed we would be.
I figured because we're already in the pattern.
I groove, yeah.
Yeah. Steve probably knows he's organized like that.
Except he doesn't have a headset on.
Ah.
I think I am too.
Okay, duck. Come on outside.
You can go slower.
We need a lounge cam so we can.
You can go 10.
We do.
So I can zoom in on people eating and be like, it's time to go to the deck.
And that's why we don't have that camera. Maybe like a flashy light in there. They would just cover it. Like, oh, the light's flashing. Let's just put some tape over it.
Yeah. That's exactly what we would do. It's pretty bang on to 750, kind of what we were aiming for.
There's no one in the hangar either.
No.
I know
Maybe
exactly where
breakfast
they
open
are.
late.
Maybe.
We can cut them some slack.
Maybe they're taunting us.
They probably are. They probably have SPL up and they're like, haha.
I mean, I would be. So.
They think we're going to come out.
If we keep our speed up, maybe we can breach.
It's ready.
It's running. Okay. Okay, that's 50 meters, full stop.
There's Mark. All right, we got some action.
Action.
Perfect timing.
Bridge nav.
I'll say 15 seconds. 15 seconds early.
We're at 50 meters. I see Mark on deck, so we are actually getting ready to recover. Yep.
What do people do when they go down there?
They turn on the crane.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do they do when they go down the other one?
Deck control.
Winch.
Turn on the winch or inspect the winch.
Okay.
We turn on the winch, obviously, before we use it, but before every watch, a Herc or an Argus pilot goes down and inspects it, make sure there's no, oil spraying everywhere or the cables come off, which doesn't happen, but
still good.
Still
well, as soon as you don't check it, that's when it's going to happen. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, the cameras will be frozen.
Yeah, all the cameras are frozen and the winch has failed. Anyway.
They're fine.
I was like, don't even. Gosh darn it.
Oh, somebody did it. Wasn't me. Was it me? I did. Did I do the last recovery? No, I didn't deploy it. No, wasn't me. I started using the one on the bottom because it's easier to know when it's actually back out.
I just never take my hand off. I just push.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 immediately.
Deck control. Good morning, Mark. We're at 50 meters, full stop.
Yep, you're early.
Thanks, Mark.
This is the same time we've always come up. Anyway, whatever.
Roger.
This is exactly the same time we've always come up this whole cruise. Try to be on deck at 8. Means you gotta,
be at the surface
10
before.
minutes before, and it lands up 10 minutes after. This is
That's how the math works in my head, but, what are you
It's
gonna
not
do?
50 meters at 8. It's on deck at 8.
Agreed. You wanna let them know?
Hmm?
You wanna let them know?
Absolutely not.
So can I mark this down as the start of our 50-meter mid-water transect?
Absolutely.
It started about 3 minutes ago.
Got it.
You can backdate it, yeah.
I'm logging right now.
Hey, Steve. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, Steve.
Do you know all of our watch schedules for next cruise?
Are we the same?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Are we on the same?
I get shunted down to the 12 to 4 watch. So, yeah, no, not with you all.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's one step. Check. Okay. Not 12 to 4.
Yeah.
And I think Kate is, so
yeah,
we'll
Kate,
probably stay the same.
There's a bunch of really nice isopods or something.
There's some
or
little fishies.
Are they fish? Fish.
Little fishy
Yep,
guys.
maybe
All right, shark, come in 'em.
ectophids.
It's like shark bait. Come on, shark.
Can we zoom on the fish?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was joking about the midwater transect, but this is great.
Hey, come back. Hey.
The world's most expensive fish bowl. But the watch schedules are on the cruise plan if you have access to that for NA135.
Let's see
I
something.
think everyone should have access to it if you were on the call a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, probably. Just serial thinker.
Wait, what?
He's positioned that, right? So I can't zoom in.
7:56.
Yeah,
2 minutes.
that's earlier actually than,
That's
because
what I'm
Argus
saying.
was on deck at that time.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah. No,
That means I'm not crazy.
no, you're absolutely right. We're actually earlier than sometimes. No, later than sometimes, sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant. Anyway.
What's the little guy over here on the right? He's doing something different.
Zoom in there.
Oh, it's just a fish
it's
swimming
fish.
upside down.
Fish swimming in the ocean.
So I've only done 2 recoveries on the crane now, and I hate that you can't see Mark, like when you start bringing it around and he's still talking to you, but like the crane blocks your view.
Yeah, right.
I hate that. Like
Yeah.
trying to crank my head around while also like trying to come over.
You end up just kind of doing it on your own.
I'm not there yet, Trevor.
What's that?
I'm not there
Control
yet.
van, main deck, we're all set down here. We okay to recover?
Control van is ready for recovery.
Roger that. Bridge, main deck, radio check.
Loud and clear, Mark.
We okay to recover?
Yes, continue to recovery.
Stood, bringing it up.
Control.
Yeah, go ahead.
Justin's on his way down for the winch.
We see him. He's coming up.
What?
How do we still have USBL? That's crazy.
We've been having it to like actually having it till near surface.
That's so wild. Can you get bubble and res, please?
Yep.
Bridge nav, can we reduce power on the jet pump? Or thrust, that's what I meant. Beacons are off now.
Roger. You can turn mezzo off if you haven't already.
Sorry, I already did.
Okay.
Is it okay, or do we need to
No, you're
power
good.
cycle it? Okay.
Bridge nav, can we bring power back up on the jet pump and hold position? Okay, thank you.
The shark's on Hercules. It just went out to the right. There it is.
Hey, shark.
This current is perfect.
Sweet.
Absolutely ideal.
I will order it up again next
Yeah, please
time.
do, yeah.
No problem.
Just slightly to starboard. It's like pushes me right there. Like I've been dead stick for 3 minutes.
It's doing everything it needs to do.
Oh, on its own, yeah, it's incredible.
You're welcome.
I owe ya. Here comes the daisy chain. Nice. Perfect. We don't need that. Ooh, nice one.
Okay, vehicles coming out of the water now.
Roger.
High voltage secure.
High voltage secure. Light's coming up.